Walt Whitman's poem Song of Myself, Critique. Song of Myself is a gem of a literary work by Walt Whitman that challenges the conservative society of America in the second half of the 19th century. In the poem, Walt Whitman combines realism with romanticism, raising themes of sexual freedom, the equality of people, and their dependence on each other. The author honors freedom not only in content but in the form of his free poem, which does not conform to the canons of 19th century poetry. The most critical and controversial theme of Song of Myself is determining the self with others, which rejects classical individualism that does not respect others and is alive in general. The poem does not have a systematic plot and main characters in history, but it is composed of 52 parts, written only on behalf of the author. The poem takes the form of a free speech addressed to an audience. The poem contains calls to action and awareness of one's emotions, feelings, the meaning of life, and, most importantly, the meaning of communication. Special attention to interpersonal relationships permeates every part of the poem. The protagonist of the poem is precisely a person with other people, a person in society, doomed to live in it. This is not an existential romantic hero celebrating his unique traumas and experiences. Song of Myself, due to the length of the poem, successfully raises the most critical questions and turns them to the public, making them think about the meaning of life, death, and God. Identifying oneself with other selves has a significant existential connotation, while the theme remains deeply rooted in the social field. One can mention the philosophy of dialogue by Martin Buber, the ontology of Emmanuel Levinas, and even the early works of Karl Marx, in which the theme of the inevitability of social existence is developed. Some passages come down to the Buddhist idea of the connectedness of all living things and the inevitable influence within this connection. Walt Whitman gives new meaning to the individualism movement by recognizing himself and others as part of a unique network of experiences. Subsequently, many philosophers and literature will agree with Walt Whitman, and in the 20th century, the idea that I is identical to other people and their destinies. In the 20th century, such an idea will reach its apotheosis under the weight of two world wars and the rapid reorganization of society.